Joe, thank you. And now at 6:30, back to one of the big stories this morning. The governor of Georgia has issued a state of emergency after a massive fire caused part of an interstate to collapse in Atlanta.
Adam Harding from the CBS affiliate in Atlanta is live at the scene. And Adam, what's going on there right now? Still looks very busy behind you.
Lauren and Eugene, good morning to you. We're here right next to the bridge, and this is where it collapsed. I-85 right behind us, and you see some of that billowing smoke off in the distance there, right next to the I-85 sign. The fire actually reignited earlier this morning, and that had crews back out here working to contain those flames. Everything seems like it is contained right now, but we've been seeing this light gray, light black smoke now for several hours. We've been here overnight and early this morning as the roads have been blocked off and the interstate has just been shut down for several miles on both sides of where this collapse happened. And when you see the video from the chopper video from yesterday, you'll get an understanding of why. The intense fireball erupting right at the height of rush hour. And here's what's amazing about all of this. This is one of the most traveled roads in the entire state. Atlanta has one of the most congested interstates in the entire country. At 6 p.m., you've got a fireball right on I-85. Miraculously, nobody was injured. There are no reports of any injuries from this fire. But as firefighters were working to contain the flames, the concrete got so hot from the water beneath it, cooling it down. That ultimately is what led to this buckling of the concrete, and that's what collapsed part of the highway, which sent thousands of drivers essentially at a standstill. They were parked there for hours. Some of them just ended up abandoning their cars on the interstate, which is something we've actually seen here once or twice before. When we had bad weather, the cars were essentially lined on the highway for 24, 36 hours. Again, we saw that yesterday. And so what they're doing now is they've got to go by and check the structural integrity of this entire stretch of highway. And there is virtually no indication how long that will take. And so the governor is trying to get ahead of it now and essentially warn everyone that it is a state of emergency. This is the most traveled road in our area, and it will be closed for the foreseeable future. So as we take you back out live here, you see just how much of a mess they're left to deal with. But again, the amazing news here is nobody was injured, but has seen unlike anything we have ever seen here in Atlanta. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, that is pretty incredible. I want to ask you also what you know about the cause of all this. We keep hearing about these plastic wires that were discovered under that overpass. Was that something that fell out of a car, or something that was purposely placed there? Do they know that yet?
Well, Eugene, it's actually stored underneath for whatever reason. It's stored under that overpass there. There are spools of fiber optic cables, and the governor even saying he had heard yesterday that there was some kind of plastic that accelerated these flames. The cause is still under investigation. We know that there are no signs that it is terror related. As to what it may have been, though, there is no indication at this point that they're even closing in on a possible cause. What they do know, though, is all of that plastic that was, for whatever reason, stored underneath the highway, that just literally accelerated the flames and spread them even quicker. And that's what we saw yesterday with that huge 40-foot fireball.
I bet they'll be revising that plan of storing that under the overpass there.
And Adam, a big game for the Braves coming up at their new ballpark. How close is this to that actual scene, and is it going to impact traffic actually getting to that game?
It will impact traffic at least a little bit. So the new stadium, which has its grand opening tonight, is up 75. This is 85. But 75 and 85 interweave with each other in Spaghetti Junction, which is really not far from where we are. If you close one interstate down and you assume the other one was already going to be packed with about 20,000 people going to the game tonight, there's only about 20,000. They're keeping the stadium only half full tonight. You have to imagine the trickle-down effect from one highway shut down, another being congested. It will be a gridlock nightmare. People here are urged to stay home today if they can.
Yeah, if you can work from home, do
It'll
that.
be a slow go for sure in Atlanta. Adam Harding reporting live for us from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.